Hello, Facebook. It's Bill Hurrelbrink from Better Kansas City and KCTV5. I'm joined along today with Bruce from St. Luke's Home Care and Hospice, and we're talking about a difficult subject today, Bruce. It's holidays. It's supposed to be cheerful. Everything is merry and bright, but for folks who are going through a period of grieving in their life because they've lost a loved one, it can really put a damper on the holiday spirit. And let's just start off by talking about grief. We hear about the chapters of grief that people can go through. Is that still, or the stages of grief, is that still something that people consider when they're going through grieving?
Yes, the stages of grief are simply, sometimes people get hung up on them that, do I go through all of them at one time? Or what happens if I don't have anger? What happens if I don't have denial? What happens? And so everybody's journey is unique and different. And so we just want to go from the perspective that grief is very difficult. It's and if you've lost your go-to person in your life, it's going to be then perhaps the hardest thing one has had to do. And so, but I see that there's a lot of beauty. I call it the hard and beautiful road. It's hard, but there's a lot of joy and beauty on this. And so my goal is to make sure that no one's carrying extra baggage, make sure that there's joy, and over time some of the hurt becomes thankfulness and gratitude.
So some of the difficult part can be that first year.
Absolutely.
You know, we just lost my grandfather, so this is the first year that we have to go through Christmas and the holidays without him. And I know some members of my family are going to take it harder than others. You know, what are some ways that we can support those family members, and what are some things that we can do going through that first year of grief without that loved one during the holidays?
I lead a lot of groups, and a lot of times I ask, okay, here's this red button on the desk. When you want to hit that button, this fast forwards to January 2nd.
Just get right through
zing right through the holidays. And so many people just say, yes, I'm pushing that button right now. But that's not an option. Plan A is we wanted our loved one here, and that's not available. So our plan B is let's make the most of it. And so the elephant in the room is maybe we don't talk about it. We can't bring this up because mom's going to be sad. We can't mention grandfather, granddad dying, and so. But the goal is our loved ones in our heart forever.
Sure.
And that's non-negotiable. Closure is a real estate term where we don't have to think about that person again. No. Our loved ones in there. And so if there's a little pain by talking about that individual, that's all right.
It's okay.
That's all right. That's all right. So but there'll be laughter. And keep our loved ones alive in our hearts.
Is it always fun to sit down and have like that trip down memory lane?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So so memory lane, telling stories, and so for those that support someone who's lost a loved one, make sure that you are making it comfortable. They want to hear their loved one's name spoken out loud. They want to be able to feel that their loved one is still remembered and thought of, and so that's the important thing for them. And they also want to move forward with knowing that it's a difficult road, but this holiday season, let's do some little memories. Our loved ones in our heart for the rest of our lives. That's non-negotiable. If it hurts and we feel devastated and hurt, we're really the fortunate, lucky ones.
We got that time with them, right?
We got that time, and that'll turn to gratitude, and no one can take those memories away. And then I think the other thing is legacy. We want to lift up the legacy of our loved ones, and in fact, we owe it to them. If they're not here, we need an extra helping of life just to support them. And when we're going to get our joy back, we owe it to our loved ones to get our joy back, and it starts at this holiday season by using their name, doing little reminders of keeping them alive in our hearts and spirit, using their name. And if there's and it's all right, because there'll probably be some tears because it's going to be hard. That's all right. Catch your breath, and then and just everyone to remind, we just want to keep that loved one alive. So
holidays, a lot of times for family get-togethers, a lot of times of people coming together, be it again, on Christmas or New Year's or whatever it is. But is it okay for us to spend time by ourselves too? I mean, like you said before, everybody grieves in their own way. It's okay to grieve alone too.
Absolutely, yeah, Bill. I think it's absolutely important that they say time heals all wounds, but we have to do something with the time. So we do need some time to be with our emotions and to be intentional about our time, and to look at photographs and in that. But I do believe, sometimes they say in grief there's no roadmap, and they say there's no destination. Well, my belief is the opposite. I believe we do have a roadmap for grief, and that's by doing some things, and it's also by some of the things that are in our heart in terms of what we need to do, not to carry some extra baggage. But our destination is not a place. It's not Hawaii. Because if we go to Hawaii, we're still going to take our baggage with us. We're still going to take our thoughts, but being home means that's where we want to be. We want to be home at peace in our own skin. We want to, and that means accepting the loss of our loved one. It's hard to do because we want to hold on to, sometimes grief is comforting. So there's no timetable or, get over this quick, speed grief. But there's beauty in this journey. There's silver linings, there's thankfulness, gratitude. And so so it all starts at the holidays. And, the holidays is just grief on steroids because it's so compressed. And it's so much
compressed and amplified in a way, it seems like.
Yeah, so anyway, I encourage everyone to laugh and share stories, and love each other. Sometimes our loved ones, this is that they love the holidays. Perhaps if it was, a spouse, a child, a grandparent, and they love the holidays, then you want that to continue. But this year, you want to give yourself permission to be different, change things up, and so you don't have to entertain like the way you did. If you're going to someone else's home, come late.
That's not a bad idea.
Come late, leave early.
And those are great ideas. But Bruce, what can we do, like just specifically little things that we can do to help us get through these holidays that again, for some can be filled with grief?
I think a few small things, and always think small, and prepare a favorite dish, play a favorite song that's in memory of your loved one. Visit the gravesite or where you scattered ashes. Take the family along and include children. Children are small people, but they have hearts and they understand. And they're quite resilient. So include the children in this, and don't shed other people. Getting in touch with our emotions is healthy. It's healing. We have to do that to heal. So. We've had people wear Christmas sweaters, clothing of their loved one. That's awesome. We've had hats, bow ties, just anything to keep their loved one, in the forefront. Others have gone a little more involved. That maybe they're going to, release some balloons or, do a project. And then there's legacy projects, a lot of memories, but just to get the ball started on something small and just something meaningful.
And I know you guys have a Cafe Hope here at St. Luke's Home Care and Hospice?
Yes, that's right. In hospice, we follow families officially for 13 months and offer grief support, but we offer it for the community as well. So anyone in the community is invited to join us at 2 o'clock every Tuesday here at our hospice house. And it's called Cafe Hope, and it's for folks who've had a loss, and so and so it's a wonderful thing. People tell me it's just a lifesaver. It's to be around people who just can support each other. But 3 rules. We a lot of love in the room. We lift up the legacies, and the main thing is we laugh. And that's times laughter. We're short supply, and that's what we want to encourage you. It's a hard road, but it's beautiful, and that's what I hope that people can find a little slither of joy these holiday season. And it's there, and I think we need to say that we want to heal and we want to move forward. We never forget, but we're going to move forward and with our loved ones in our hearts. All
right. Well, Bruce, thank you very much for your time this morning. Thank you for what all you're offering to the community. Thank you for what you offered to me as well, again, as our family is going through the holidays this year without, again, my grandfather. But thank you very much for your time this morning. I want to thank you for watching. If you'd like to find out more, you can go online to stlukeskc.org/grief.